I'm Tuck.
And I'm Lenny Ben.
Join us as we turn our Catalina 30 into our new dream home.
And set sail on the adventure of a lifetime.
Morning, guys. Coffee time with Tuck. Let me show you what arrived in the mail. Here we have all the controls to the electric motor. A bunch of electrical parts, I guess. We have wiring and fuses, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I wasted my money on that shit. I don't like it. It's a little bit small. I thought when I was buying it that it was a kit that made it work, that it's kind of a plug and play deal. It's not. I'll show you. You've got to make it, and if I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna beef it up. I like a heavier gauge wired than it calls for. It's just one of those things, I guess. I'll show you what all this stuff is now. So I have the key switch, I have the main fuse, and we have the controller, and we have the throttle box. What I like about this is most of this stuff is made in America. This is, Grants Pass, Oregon. Let me say that again, Grants Pass, Oregon. I know that other countries can build stuff. I'm not saying they can't, but I'm an American. I'm a southern boy from Kentucky, and I like supporting the homeboys anytime that I get a chance. One thing that I do like about this stuff is readily available. I can call someone and I can understand them, for one, and I don't know that they speak hillbilly, but we can get through. But anyway, all of these things are important for me to be able to get if I need something. Things go wrong. I can fit that in a suitcase. If worst case scenario, if I can't get this shipped into me, then all of this stuff will fit in a suitcase. I can send Lenny Ben to Miami to her daughter's house and have this waiting on us. Or if we're in Mexico, we can go to Phoenix or Vegas or wherever. That's the point of having all this stuff. This is basically just kind of golf cart controls, but it's an upgraded version. You'll find an all-tracks controller on the carts that people upgrade, and just simple stuff. I like simple. Remember this thing? Here is the old gearbox out of the boat. I know, you can buy one of these things. The pulley system isn't a bad deal. It's $1,100. It's 2 pulleys. It makes it 2 to 1. This Hearth gearbox is 2 to 1. So I ordered a motor that replaces the Predator. It bolts right up. It has an inch shaft and a 1/4 inch keyway. Does the same thing. I know if this goes bad, well, guess what? I know how to rebuild it. I've already been in it. Clutches are good. The bearings are good. And for less than $300, I can buy the kit to fix it. And in about 3 hours, I can fix it. So I'm going this way. Worst case scenario, on down the line, I may have to buy that thing. But right now, I like it simple. The throttle cable goes to this, the original one from the helm. I'm going to have forward and reverse. It saved me from having to buy all the reverse controller and the switch and all that stuff. And, if it's not broke, don't fix it. This makes it a little simpler for me. Guys, I know that there's a lot of you that has followed us for the year, looking at the shit show that I come up with, my ideas and things like that. And a lot of you have been in the comments, and a lot of you have just had a wealth of knowledge. For the past year, a lot of you have been waiting for the electric motor. Well, it's on its way. It gets here today. FedEx has it. Doesn't make the UPS driver that happy, but that's where the company chose to send it. But anyway, so we're waiting on the motor. It'll be here today. I'm going to bring you along with us as we hook this thing up and show you how all it's going to work. It's a simple process. It's going to go pretty quick. I've done a lot of research before I started this. That way it would make life easy. That way it would make this as painless as possible and durable. I want this to work out and power the boat. The electric motor is stronger than any of the motors that it had, the universal diesel and the Predator just alike. This one is 11 horsepower with a peak of 23. It'll be perfect for what I'm doing.
What you working on, Tuck?
The plate that goes on the back side of this thing. So this is the plate that married the diesel engine, and then I used it for the Predator to the transmission. Well, it's got holes in it that I'm not going to need, not going to use. So I'm making a plate. This is a 3/16 aluminum plate that's going to cover this, and that way it's going to be on this and covered. And so I'm just tracing it out, making it look the same, and then drill all the holes that I need, and then cut the center hole out. That way when the electric motor goes, there's no gaps and nothing. Keep it looking nice.
Is it gonna work?
Well, shit always works sometimes.
Sometimes.
Alright guys, got this plate, so let me show you what we got here. Remember, this goes here, and I had to cut and make some stuff for the old Predator motor, and you know, I could go get a plate and have it all cut out, but that's, you know, this is what it is. So in order to make basically a dust cover, and then to make a tight fit here, this is what I come up with, just like that. Then it's going to cover just basically like that, and then the motor will go through here, and then I'll have to strengthen it up back here and get rid of this nasty stuff in order to make the bolts work. But yeah, it's going to work out just fine. Not that big a job. Alright, check it out guys. She is bolted, made this plate, and had to cut the shaft, but basically you can see where it's bolted here to the back side of the plate. This goes on with the keyway, just like that, and then it's going to couple right to that shaft there, and it's going to work out just fine. I like the plate idea. It cleans it up, makes it look better, and doesn't let things get in there where it had a starter hole here. And get this together. There it is, all bolted up to the plate, all ready to go. Now let's go to the boat and put it in. All right baby, what are we into?
Motor.
Motor is ready. There is the boat right down there. I'm gonna take this down there and get it ready to go and get it started putting in. It's been almost a year. What do you think, babe?
I hope it works.
What do you mean you hope it works? My shit always works out sometimes.
Alright y'all, here comes Tuck. He doesn't know I'm filming him. We're taking the long trek to the end of the dock here. Looks like he's on his phone messing around. Let's see what he's got going. I think he's coming. He's in slow mode. He started his happy hour early. There he comes. Pretty bad I gotta walk the same direction as him to get him on video. Are you catching up, Slowpoke?
What?
I said, are you gonna catch up?
You took all the light shit. I got the heavy shit.
I'm pretty sure they were close to the same. Although I will give it to you, you did have to bring him down the ramp. There was no way I could get that down the ramp.
Right. All right.
What you got in that cart? It looks like more than just a motor.
I got your damn motor and my beer and the tools to put it in.
And my internet.
Yeah, you gotta have some internet.
All the comforts of home. All right, you guys, here comes our motor. He's bringing it down. Hopefully he don't drop it in the damn water like he did his grinder.
What?
That would be a really expensive problem. I don't think warranty covers that.
Well, what we need to do is we got to get the chain hoist We need all this stuff.
All right, be the chain hoist.
Yeah, we better not drop it. No kidding.
No. I think somebody would actually be learning to dive really quick.
So, here's the deal. You seen the chain hoist, right? I've got a chain hoist, but I don't need it for this. That's a good thing about a small motor. One thing that I did listen to, I've listened to hundreds of hours of podcasts. I'm a UPS driver with nothing to do. I'm bored. That's what I do. And I've watched so many of you guys, so many channels on YouTube. This is 30-foot sailboat. The Universal Diesel had 11 horsepower. This has 11 horsepower continuously, right? It doesn't have to rev up to 2200 RPMs or any of that. It starts out at 11 horsepower. I may even have to change the prop because it's beefier. At peak, it's 23 horsepower. Going back to what I was saying about listening to the podcasts and watching the YouTube videos, all that. There are some heroes in Tuck's life. You're going to recognize these names. If you haven't listened to them, if you haven't read their books, then go do that right now. Just stop watching this and go do that right now. Lynn and Larry Party. They left in the 60s, the late 60s, on a wooden boat that they built. I'm going to tell you right now, so much love for Salt and Tar. They built their home boat and they are doing their thing. That is so amazing. Go follow them. But one thing that stood out in my mind, go small, go now. I can afford a 50-foot boat. I can. But I'm not going to because I want to go now. I don't want your payments. I want to be comfortable. I want to be off grid. I want to live a lifestyle that I don't have to worry except for the weather. And I can travel the world. And I can take this beautiful Little Mermaid girl with me. And that's what this is all about. So yes, I had rather put $20,000 in a $1,000 boat than buy a $300,000 yacht that I've got to go get a mortgage on and still go to work. So go small and go now. Never stop living your dreams. Guys, if you stuck around this long, think about that subscribe button, like the video. Patrons get content that's not posted on YouTube. Think about going over there. We are almost real time. Our videos are almost maybe a week out, right?
Yeah, maybe.
But we want to keep you guys with us. This is not a channel that you're going to see us 6 months out and wonder where the hell we are, right? We want to keep you guys with us. You guys have been awesome. You've stuck with us through all the bullshit and all the crazy ideas that I've come up with.
Hey, it's the shit show.
Right. And so that's the deal. We want you guys involved. And so sorry that they're a week out. I wish I could post them in the same day, but I can't. There's just not enough time to work on a boat and do video editing and all that stuff. But you know what, guys? We both appreciate you so much. Your comments, your likes, your shares, and then, you know what? Until next time, fair winds, and stay tuned for the next shit show.